Deux jeunes joueurs qui sont là aujourd'hui.
Très impressionnant, effectivement, sacré pas
Yeah, so the whole conclusion there was just how it's a battle of mad skill between the two youngest players.
Je vous demande d'accueillir Clawz.
We should get some English interviews here. I'll turn the volume up a bit.
Je te laisse aller t'installer directement sur
no interviews. I think they'll do a post-match interview.
Avec le deuxième joueur cette fois-ci, eh bien c'est Raisy.
Stone cold, man. Stone cold. I like it.
Ils sont de la même équipe, mais pourtant ils vont tout donner évidemment pour l'emporter. Nos deux joueurs ici qui vont aller s'installer sur cette scène. Vous pouvez les applaudir bien fort, s'il vous plaît. On va leur souhaiter bonne chance évidemment et bien que le meilleur gagne, tout simplement. Un BO5, 2 BO5, 2 BO5. Vous n'êtes pas simple comme ça, mais les casteurs vont tout vous dire. Messieurs, c'est à vous.
Un grand merci à toi Max, toujours là, toujours présent. Et merci au public d'être ici pour assister à la finale de Quake Champions. Quake Champions, si vous ne connaissez pas un petit peu le jeu, c'est tout simplement un FPS 1 contre 1.
Introducing the game a little bit.
Encore FPS 1 contre 1, un arena FPS comme on n'en fait plus. C'est un petit
Talking about how old game, it's evolved a lot, changed, arena FPS.
On a eu la chance de pouvoir la commenter, ce que tu disais l'année dernière.
Exactement.
Ça faisait 10 ans qu'il n'y avait pas eu de FPS en arène sur l'ESWC et ça revient en
So
force.
talking about how there hasn't been an arena FPS for 10 years at ESWC, how it's awesome to have it back, as of before last year.
Instantanément, et effectivement, ça va aller très vite. Alors on va décortiquer ensemble les mouvements, les stratégies, décrire un peu tout ça pour que vous compreniez bien.
Exactement, c'est un jeu qui va très vite, vous allez voir, c'est un FPS. Ça se joue avec 3 champions de chaque côté. Le but évidemment, fraguer tous les champions, et tout ça au bout.
The whole fundamentals of the game and how the game mode works, and that it's
c'est ça, on a remporté la
each person has 3 champions each.
On va aller jusqu'à un BO5.
Explaining the round system, so on and so forth. So yeah, guys, I'll talk a little bit more now rather than just translating. Raisy is going up versus Clawz. This is an insane matchup actually. They played the most recent, well, they played yesterday in group stages, but I think one that will stick out most in your minds is from PGL. I assume most of you guys were watching PGL. They played in the quarter-final together where Clawz ended up playing versus Rafa afterwards, but it went down to the absolute wire. It was a mental series. I'm expecting something also really cool here. I'm going to just make sure I can get the stuff up. Alright, so we got Clutch is banned by Clawz, Nyx is banned by Raisy, and Corrupted Keep will be the first map picked by Raisy. You can see Clawz, see his accomplishments there. It's just lots of QuakeCon and lots of #1 and STs. Favorite champion Soulhag, favorite map Blood Covenant. Interesting.
L'année suivante, cet été, en 2018, où il a aussi remporté.
Yeah, he came out of a really hairy day yesterday. It was not a good day for Clawz in esports, in Quake, but today he's been recovering really close. Hey, there's the Myztro boys there. There's Garpy, Nigel. Oh, I think we're getting going, guys. Okay, sweet. Well, we'll see if we can get some noise. I'll turn down the French commentators a little bit. I'll be talking over how it's going. We'll see how the sync ends up, blah, 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 blah. But Clawz and Raisy beginning now. ESWC 2018. The champion will be determined at the end of this best of 5. And we are having a brand new champion no matter what. And they're already getting extremely close to one another. Raisy's going to spill first blood. He's going to get himself the next. And he's just going to take out a frag. Clawz goes in for the re-engagement immediately. That also allows Raisy to get onto the heavy super fast. He's getting hourglasses. He's probably going to tread over towards Rocket. He has got... never mind that, because Clawz just ran straight towards it. Clawz just wants to get up in his face. He's got an ult. Oh my god. Rockets aren't bad at all. Shotgun's a brilliant weapon for this. But look at the damage he's doing with the LG.
pour Raisy, vous pouvez le voir. Et il a tué le deuxième champion de Clawz et il est en bonne position.
Raisy might want to figure out a way to slow down Clawz a little bit, but it seems after picking up the Mega Health, Clawz doesn't think he's strong enough right now to challenge Heavy in what can be some pretty crazy fights around all the different geometries or architectures of the map. And so Raisy right now is just focusing on keeping this advantage going with the dual wield rockets. The last one lands. That is going to be one round to Raisy. Pretty fast first map. Is the French commentary still a bit loud, guys? I can turn it down a little bit.
Il lui reste encore 2 rounds à gagner pour remporter cette première map. Allez, on reste sur Myztro, Raisy. Vous le voyez, une petite pastille jaune en haut.
I'm just reporting stuff, guys. Hopefully we're all synced up anyway. Well, we follow the story here on this clean feed that we got. Raisy is going to get himself the LG now. And Clawz is going to have to think of a different way to get into this, because what happened last time was super aggressive. It's like they were both trying to... Oh my god, dude.
C'est vrai, il faut avoir une bonne prédiction, une bonne lecture du jeu et surtout une bonne anticipation. C'est les gros facteurs et les gros paramètres à maîtriser dans le
They're talking about like the anticipation of the game and things like that, just general comments about it. Oh my god, that LG hurts. There's just a rush down. Clawz just not ready for... Sorry, Raisy just not ready for it. He wanted to get his dual wield out, but the thing is, by the time he reacted, he had 22 health left and most of his stack had just totally disintegrated. Clawz was hitting like a truck in that fight. And now Raisy needs some weapons. He's going to get rockets. No totems down just yet. He's probably thinking about having that in mid-combat for the time being. But he gets onto heavy. Oh, that's a really good rocket, actually. So Raisy's not doing too bad off his spawn. Did he hit that follow-up rocket? I think he did. Clawz is not that strong at the moment. And Raisy's still holding out to that totem for the time being. And he's going to try and swap places. Like, dude, you've just given me mega position. You've got another push, but I think Raisy's going to head straight over to the heavy armor. On the drop down, he's low, but he thinks he can get him. Just a couple of points of health to go, and that is going to be Raisy tying up the champion score on Corrupted Keep. Oh, we got all the sound off. It's bad. You know, I'd much rather have the French commentary on than nothing at all, if I'm totally honest. So, whatever. We'll take it as it comes, guys. We got the game. That's what matters over here. I think we might have a little bit of a desync on the sound, but it's whatever at this point. I'm just hyped to be watching the game. Game is good at the moment. Hopefully the audience pumped as well. Raisy's looking pretty decent, I've got to say. Oh, that rocket was close. Raisy's timing is spot on. He's lost out on heavy, however. French commentators are still kind of explaining like small nuances in the game, you know, what they're trying to accomplish individually. Oh, that's a really good rocket. Really good. LG, that's going to take him down again. Raisy wins a second round in a row. Looking good at the beginning of the grand final.
Gérer sa position, il faut calculer dans sa tête. Je l'ai pris à ce temps-là, je dois le prendre 30 secondes plus tard. Et il faut gérer deux comme ça, donc c'est très technique.
C'est très technique pendant que vous aimez, vous choisissez vos armes, il faut calculer évidemment le time dans votre tête. C'est un jeu d'échecs, c'est un jeu de combat, c'est un jeu de tir, c'est tout à la fois. C'est ultra technique. Et on rappelle que ce jeu est gratuit.
They're talking about all the different aspects of the movement, the strategy, the aim. You know, the timings and so on, is saying these guys are kind of nailing the experience, that, you know, all aspects of the game at the moment in order to play at this level. So they're definitely hyping like what the players are putting into to being at this level, at this shape in the game. We've got Raisy goes with the dual wield nail gun, which actually was to be respected, and that's not the first time people haven't respected the nail gun on LAN actually at ESWC. Raisy did it versus Garpy, who honestly did not expect that level of damage output. Raisy's going to find an LG on the floor. 45 damage in total. He's still got Overstack to work with. He's keeping it a good distance because that orb can be troublesome. It's good LG also. He needs to move though. He needs to hurry up and get over to that heavy armor. Rocket jump's good. He gets 60 damage from it, which really isn't bad work, given the fact that he wasn't there for it. And the LG, dude, he's hitting crazy amounts at the moment. Clawz tries to go through. He does burst that dual wield that Raisy no longer has. He needs to keep that damage output. Some good defensive rockets, or good defensive damage from Clawz. Raisy, does he want to wait for that light, or is he going to just challenge straight? He's challenging straight. He's going to have that dual wield in a second, but never mind, because Ranger is going to get blown up. Oh, and again, I think he might just go for it now. Found the dual wield up at the top. There's totem there. He's destroyed the totem, but I don't think he knows he destroyed the totem. It doesn't matter at all. Raisy just annihilates Clawz in the first map. Absolutely wrecks him. I'm going to do a little refresh on the media source, guys. So it's going to freeze a second and then it'll come back. Hopefully. Right. Raisy's looking good there. Honestly, we did see it happen on day 1, like yesterday on ESWC. This is what happened in the group stages, but we felt like given Clawz's performance this morning versus Cooler, it's like that was just a blip, you know. That was some obscure event that we should just forget about, and today we resume normal activities where Clawz has been playing like a monster. Map 1's not gone well, but it is Raisy's keep, despite Raisy dropping this to Garpy in the semis. We'll go over to Ruins, which is very much not a Raisy map, but Raisy took that map from Garpy. Well, we've definitely seen some super strong plays from Clawz. I'd love to see some more camera stuff though. Let's check out the building, you know. Do people want the French off completely? If we have the French off, we'll have no chance of game sounds at all. I'm keeping them super low. They're really low on the mix at the moment. They're super low. They're super low on sound. I want to keep it there in case we miss some like important context outside of directly the game itself. There we go. Alright, we got a map pick. Sorry, champion picks. So BJ, Galena, Ranger have been like the main picks, I'd say, this tournament. To me, that's like meta this patch. At least what these guys have established it as. We'll see next week at Italy if that changes at all, but people definitely got their comfort picks. However, Raisy is a guy who likes to bring out the keel. And Visor wasn't banned. So, given our regular bans and stuff, I'd definitely say Galena, BJ, Ranger, but we got... I wouldn't call a Visor an off-pick, though, at all. Keel still seems pretty niche, despite, you know, some people making really great use of him. I want to see what the synchronization is in sound in a second. Let's find out, guys. We're about to move into map number 2. It's like less than half a second out. So he's talking about the champion again and like what he can do with his ability. And how it adds to the game and why you'd want to pick that champion. We've got Raisy trying to set up a little bit of a trap. He's only really got rockets, but he's not landing bad damage with it. Yeah, I know. Despite some people saying, oh, well, Clawz is done with it. Who knows? After the first map, anything can happen still. It is a best-of-5 series. So we'll see. Oh, there's a good rail, actually. Interesting that neither of them have opted to go for visor first, actually. It's normally always a visor first. Did he get that mid-air? I don't think he did. No, given Clawz a stack still, I'm going to go with new. Clawz is trying to react. Oh, Raisy pokes his head up. He's trying to see if he's still there. He is. Nice jump. I'm just trying to evade any kind of rail damage that Clawz would potentially throw at him. And still Raisy doesn't have rail or lightning gun. Almost a minute and a half into this. I thought he was dropping down, but X-Ray freaking me out. Raisy won the first map, yeah, not Clawz. So I think they just changed that around. But I think that's just down to the lobby stuff when players change sides. I'll report that quickly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Absolutely rinsed.
Sur Myztro Clawz, j'ai changé de point de vue. Ah bah voilà, c'est ta faute. Parce qu'il domine à l'entrée de cette
Not bad amount of damage, looks for that rail afterwards. Raisy actually drops down. He's looking to land some grenades quite urgently. Missed rail. There's the switch over to lightning gun. I don't know if there are any more grenades. Raisy may have just spammed all of them out in time. Or before in time. Now Raisy actually gets himself onto the, oh my god, and it's the nail gun again. And Clawz is just, he just gets surprised by it. We have got mega health. Clawz doesn't even fire the rocket or fire the shotgun or anything in that instance.
Sa compétence active de viseur, son personnage qu'il a, qui est un Wallach de 30 secondes. Il va permettre de récupérer la position de son adversaire et peut-être.
And he's talking about what Clawz is trying to do to his adversary. And again, explaining that piercing sight. Raisy just steps on the eyeball, putting a bit of pressure, but actually, really, in reality, it's him getting pressured, and that rail is crushing him. He's going to get a health bubble on the stairs. French commentators are going nuts as well, which I love. And Raisy's going to flee. He's got to figure out something in the next 2 minutes of time. Heavy's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Clawz has got his eyes on the items, but seems to be looking out for a chance to bite on Raisy. Here comes Piercing Sight. Is he going to use it straight away? I think as soon as Mega gets picked up, he will. Oh, he's going to know Piercing Sight was used the other way around. Hit a couple of good rails. That's a tied-up stack for the time being. One important rail shot for either of them. And that is going to be Clawz taking down the first round of the map. Good Piercing Sight rails. Like, Raisy did really well to equalize the stacks, but extra 25 health bubble for Clawz. Opportunity for that shot. Raisy was not getting out of there. What? He opened him like a tin of corned beef. I think is what one of them said. Clawz going to get himself onto mega health. Damn, I need to be as creative as these guys. Oh, their LG is not bad at all. Dual wield comes right back at Clawz. Raisy's trying to escape somehow. He's using all the little corners possible, but again, no escape. It's in that same area. We're going to start seeing those flick rails that Clawz makes himself known for. We've got dual wield. Oh my god, still to go up against it, evading all those grenades. It still feels like, you know, you're not going into that fight 100% at all, even with that dual wield, but the good dodge. And Clawz is looking just as strong as Raisy was looking on map 1. I mean, I won't be surprised if we just get drawn back to a best of 3 in just a few minutes' time. I'm not in the game, the Hodenman. Oh, I'm making games. Alright, I get it. They're hyping like each rail and stuff as well. Ooh. Okay. Light armor's been taken. Clawz still pressuring, looking for another. He's starting to feel himself a little bit now. LG looks good. And now he needs to get back up and pressure that mega health. Raisy, he might feel that it's his only hope to get back in the game. He moves out of the corner. He can't really defend himself. A little bit of nail gun comes out. But again, he's now on the run. And Clawz has taken everything. He'd probably like to shut down this round before the next round of items. He's wondering, where is he hiding? What is he doing? Did he get a glimpse of him with that? He hears the bounce pad. And now that it's only a couple of seconds away from the heavy, he wants to take this. And he might have to do another string of item rotations before he closes this one out. But Raisy's found a light armor. He's found a second. And he hasn't taken any rail damage. But he's still in a kind of troublesome area. Raisy gets out of the tri-bolt room. And that's exactly what the French commentators say. They're trying to find his adversary. Oh, he goes back up the bounce pad. I don't think he wanted to do that. Raisy's going to come back down to attack and somehow turns around that fight. That was pure insanity. Raisy used that dual wield but just couldn't get the best from it. All that LG almost lifts him off. He's trying to get damage through the corners. Again, oh, the rail lands. Amazing shots from Raisy. Again, finds him, does not take any damage from that. Machine gun to get rid of the totem. And now he could look to tying things up a bit. LG, I don't think there's any more totems left, so we should have a tied up champion score. There it is. Now we've really got a fight on our hands. Heavy is going to Raisy. 5 seconds until Mega. He's going to go up via nail gun to try and apply pressure. He probably won't be able to take it. Oh, never mind. He's given up on it totally. Hits a big rocket. Does that knock him off the air? It does. It knocked him down to rail. And he's just figured that out. So he's like, right on. Freebie item for me. And he's just going to try and push through. Rocket misses. Oh, no. If he switched to LG. This is, I think, a slight fluff on the weapon decisions. But there it is. He picks a great weapon then. Almost closes him down. And it's now time to shut down the gap completely. Raisy comes back in the round. And we go 1 for 1.
De remporter ce deuxième round. C'est bien pour lui.
Un round très solide de la part de Raisy qui a fait peur quand même au début de
Okay, it looked like Raisy was getting slaughtered in Ruins. And exactly like I said before, like Clawz was doing to him what Raisy did to him on Corrupted Keep. But the war begins. Oh my god. Clawz goes around the corner and just pushes him back before he can react. It was 100% LG. Damage, DPS seemingly unlimited. Oh my god, he goes up. There's an air grenade, and he's going to go for the nail gun even more. Trying to find, well, he doesn't see where he's dropped to. More nail gun damage, but Clawz just holds on. Holy crap. Oh, the machine gun. Clawz walks right into him. And that heavy's been taken already. He needs to get onto some weapons straight away. He decides to go to LG. He tops up his ammunition for this. There is piercing sight available. Ooh, the rocket could have hurt a lot. Through the teleporter? Well, he finds him down at LG. Piercing sight's now being used by both players. Raisy soon has his back up. Always excited, Cypher. Finds in one good rocket. Second is even better. Looking for a third, but not going to be bothered too much because he can secure control now with this mega health. And that bit of damage, he's going with the machine gun. This is a really good weapon choice from him. He might even be able to get the frag here. Clawz is just stuck completely, and he's trying to think, what's the best way to get it? Oh, Clawz of 2 rails! Holy crap. With 4 health to go. Raisy wanted to shut it down. But he's going clutch now. Damn. Clawz wants that map. He wants that map. He wants to reset it to best of 3. I'm going to turn up the French commentator just a little bit because I just got to hear the hype a little more. Or have we lost? Oh wait, have we just got game sounds now and no French commentary? Oh, I'm kind of gutted, but at the same time it's good because game sounds are super important. We just won't hear any audience or anything like that. So I'm pumped them up a little bit. Let's see how we're doing anyway for... Oh, we're not. We're totally synced as well. Sweet! Alright, guys. We're locked in. We're ready. I'm definitely going to be watching the French VODs later, though. I want to see some of the hype moments. I want to get some of these moments timestamped. Thank you so much, ESWC, guys, for allowing us to do this. and for like giving us this awesome kill. Oh, the dual wheel comes in. It hurts so much, but the rockets aren't bad. He tries to hit a rail. It wouldn't have gotten the kill, but it would have made possibly a comeback off the spawn a little bit more possible. Oh, misses the jump. Goes in for another. Tri-bolt almost presents some issues, so he's closing the gap a little bit so that Tri-bolt loses its effective distance. You know what? He's not too upset about breaking away from that fight completely. But it means now that Clawz can get a whole bunch of weapons. Oh my god, the rail. He's going for the light armor. Then he's going to go for heavy to spot. Is he over there? He might go a little bit fishy. Is he there? Is he there? He's not. Item for me. Now over to Mega Health. Dual wield is around. Rail misses. Time to push. Goes in. Oh, still hits a rail. And now he needs to back off. He's going to get that 25. One more down the bottom. Passive. Oh, never mind. He's up to 100 health. Both players are very similarly stacked. The light armor will spawn at the top before heavy. One rocket. You know what? Raisy needed some information just then. That was one thing he had to get. Stopwatch. So going down to the heavy, he didn't think was an option if he was going to get cut off by Clawz over from rail side. So going up for the information and getting that spam rocket out and blocking that choke point, to him, he'll probably consider it a win. But Raisy, who's got a champion advantage, the thing is he knows he can't stay like this forever because that piercing sight's going to come out. Piercing sight's been used. Dual wield, he gets the Mega in time. Pushing him away, but he's low. Heavy is up. Clawz goes for it. He hits one rail, clutching it again. Rocket, he's so weak. Oh, they get the mutual frag. Visor eliminated, so is BJ. We're going to get Keel up versus Galena. One rail does land. The LG damage is still pretty potent. So Keel's going to go over for the light. I think he's going to end up letting Clawz get onto the heavy. Just so that he can keep stacking up. If he gets the light armor himself, he's looking really, really good. Just the rail gun, and it's happy days for him. And they're going to meet up over here. It's a surprise for Raisy. I don't think he expected it. Managed to hit a little spam 90-degree rocket. Now with the grenades too. Surely can survive this. Raisy is going to tie up the rounds in map 2.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight. To the fray.
Raisy, can he go 2-0 up versus Clawz in this final? Nice. Oh, and the dual wield this time he's ready for it, and with the dual wield nail gun he just blows him the hell up. It worked for Clawz before, but not on this occasion. Now he's got a bunch of weapons. Clawz is trying to beat him in his own game now with the nail gun. Oh, but the rail power of piercing sight makes itself known. There's a bit of a delay onto the Mega Health. So he's going to hold on. He's got 3 seconds to hold on. Has a very vulnerable amount of health. But he gets it. Scare is over. Right next to him, Rocket drops it down below, just about misses the midi, but it gives him access to a couple more resources as the positions shift around the map. It goes under the dual wield. Rockets too, spamming him out. That's a great rocket, and these follow-ups are just immense from Raisy. He could be taking another map in a second. Just the Galena is left. If Raisy wins in this kind of fashion, I will not be expecting that. Sacrificed quite a lot. Oh, the sunlight getting in Raisy's eyes. LG just pushes him away. We hear the screams of not quite joy. And Raisy's just trying to stack a little bit. Heavy just now gets taken. There's another 25. He's going to get his ability up back in a second. He's just going around the small items on the map. But Clawz isn't over at Mega. And I think Raisy might get a whiff of it soon. But he seems to be hanging around over by Tri-bolt. Oh, never mind. He's made a move now. Spotted him. Rocket, not bad. Oh my god, and the rail afterwards. Oh, Raisy's just going to push forward, and that's it. Clawz gets caught on the stairs. He wanted to just heal up from the totem. Maybe if he healed up first, he would have made a decision sooner, but still, he's kind of just laying there, a sitting duck. And it's allowed Raisy now to go 2-0 up. What's happening to this final, guys? Clawz looked like he was there, looked like he was in it at the beginning of the map. And then Raisy said, no, I'm here. I'm still dominating. Raisy's looking wild right now. He's looking determined. I don't often see Raisy like this. And that's what it is. When Raisy goes versus Clawz, Raisy's a different player. He's a different player versus every opponent. And it looks like, I mean, it looks like we've just got the game feed now or something. I don't know. I don't know. Is that what Raisy sounds like? Probably not. He sounds a little better than that. We're going to Vale now. Clawz is not a fan of Vale. I know it's not a map that he spends loads of times on. And the fact that Raisy's got his pick third and he won the first 2 maps. Game is super hard for Clawz.
Prepare for draft.
This is going to be really, really difficult for Clawz. Actually, ignore any prediction I said before. I think Raisy might 3-0 this. We're going to need to see an immense performance from Clawz in order to come back. So we're going to get the Keel again. Sorry, I'll move my face. BJ Galena, as usual. Clawz is going to go with Visor. I don't think Clawz is a big Keel player himself, which is a champion that's pretty damn good on this map in the right hands, as is the same, you know, you could say for a lot of champions. If you're training in it, if you're specializing in champions, which is something that's rewarding pro players more and more, specializing in a certain champion that maybe is a little bit off meta, and then making it meta by you becoming better at it than anybody else. Let's go into map 3, guys. Still in the grand final here of ESWC 2018. We are on Raisy off the start. It is a race over to Rockets, and he is just blowing him up. The first frag is frantic, and that is going to... Oh my god, he's going to find him again! Tries to get another rocket off, finds him down below, wants to chase over towards the heavy. There's going to be a rocket jump up for Clawz. Oh, the rocket's not bad. LG also decent. And now Raisy's a little bit weak, doesn't want to gamble with this anymore. There's another light over that side. Does Raisy want to risk it? It's such a dangerous spot, this area. Always feeling a little extra tense when moving there. He knows that the totem got used before. Is there going to be a totem? He just hears a totem going down. Health levels seem to have left completely. But he gets onto heavy, so it's not a poor trade for Raisy. He still benefits in one way. But he's going to get himself the light armor, I think. He's got his full natural. And he's calmed down a little bit. It's been super hectic. But he can hear the totems being set up around there. So he knows that one big job for him is to get up to that top area somehow and clear those totems. But Raisy also... Clawz also knows he can't close the gap too abruptly because of this burst damage all of a sudden. Like that, LG looking for a rail at the end. That maybe would have secured the kill. Raisy backs off. He's got the light armor. His damage output's decent, but now there's 3 totems up. That is a lot. A lot of totage to deal with. Heavy's now been taken. Like, Clawz is super sensitive. Yeah, I love this route. And Clawz isn't there to defend it, so there's 1 totem gone. Still 2, and he might have just immediately replace it. He just backs away. He has to kind of dodge around this. He spots another totem. And he hears that the door down at the bottom just got used, so he can clear the totems completely. This is really, really well judged. Oh my god, and he hits tons of damage! Almost the rail that would have closed it at the end. Heavy does get taken. Raisy dropping for a health bubble. I don't think he really knows the mega timing, so he doesn't hang around. That could be a little... Well, I say a little... It could be a big loss for him, because it allows Clawz to stack up to something really comfortable once more, and now Raisy loses position of that higher ground. Oh my god, that lightning gun. You catch him off guard. Champion in the hands of Clawz, or anything in the champion of Clawz, and 100% LG. That was just insane damage. Clawz is right back in the game here. 2 kills in about 5 seconds. And he's going to have the mega health. This is great use of the Galena from Clawz.
Stopwatch. Tank.
And now Raisy's really like off the map. I thought Clawz was going to rocket jump up for a second. I was like, no. Clawz hasn't even spent much time to go down to get the railgun. There's one good rocket going with the LG. There's the totem gone. The nail gun again. Something that Clawz is still learning to respect here at ESWC. Only because I think Clawz has been using it better than any other player. Finds him at the top. Slow turn, but the rocket lands in time as he's on 28 health. Clawz with the first round of the map.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, that LG on kill, guys. Like, what was that?
3.
I've never seen health disappear so fast.
Round 2. Fight.
Somehow Raisy pushes him away. Does he go through the teleporter? Clawz managed to hold on to a lot of his side. If he went dual wield, he probably would have gotten the kill. Oh my god, man. What is that lightning gun? That is just unbelievable amounts of damage. He's hitting 49% LG. He's looking for rockets. Oh, but Raisy! A little bit greedy from Clawz to try and get that heavy. Raisy comes right back with a lightning gun of his own. Clawz drops a totem fast. And oh my god, Raisy's like, yeah, watch my LG. Maybe it isn't as sick as yours, but it's still sick enough. It's going to be an attack from Raisy. Only a bit of rocket damage. There's a big one. He waits for him to drop, and there's like, and now I'll get you. 1 for 1.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
And Raisy getting the mega side of this one. He does get heavy first. Sorry, mega first. Rockets is actually what I meant to say, instead of any of those other words. And with that 100 damage, he's like, let's do this. Let me play the song of my people. Acid doing almost more damage than Clawz then. Clawz is still trying to work out, how do I unlock this guy? How do I stop this guy going Super Saiyan? Somehow he gets out. Oh, the rocket to rail. Just in time. He's going to go to heavy first. I think he might rocket jump up. No, he just wants to play it safe. And wisely so. Don't listen to Zoo. Oh, he jumps up. He's going to rocket jump up. And he gets himself onto the mega. Looking to hit an important shot to tie up the stacks a little bit. But somehow creeps away. And survives. That is unbelievable that he got away without taking any more damage, actually. The Clawz were searching for a certain angle, but they ended up playing like out of each other's view, which totally favored Raisy. He's early. He's super early, and that tri-bolt shreds him. We are best of 5, guys. It's the first player to win 3 maps who will take down the ESWC title. Raisy shoved into this room, but Clawz has none of it. Clawz looking to put himself on a map point. And again, as I said, Clawz to win this map, he's got to be insane.
Stopwatch.
And that rocket, as he goes through the teleporter, hits him from up high.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Alright, we watch Clawz off the spawn. He's going to end up going for rail very quickly. Doesn't even contest going to rockets, which is a really important weapon to be getting early on the map. I think it's just seen down below. There we go. Gets to use the hard way. And Clawz, that's it. That's a really good nail gun. Super, super strong.
Stopwatch.
Heavy was taken. I think Raisy must have heard that happening. And Rockets finally, but oh my god, look at all the damage that Raisy's doing. Clawz is going to try and get himself towards the Mega. Raisy can't hit the clutch shot in time. I think he ends up pushing himself back with Rockets even. Clawz just sneaks on by. And now he's got the lightning gun. Now Raisy gets light, but he's low still. And out of position for Heavy. Ooh, keeping that side step, not staying still. Will make those rails hard to land. And he just runs into him, goes through the teleporter. Clawz, super prepared for that. Clawz is on his way to winning a map at the moment. And not the map I was expecting. If this would be the one map, I would be like, actually, yeah, Raisy's definitely going to get this one. So Clawz playing out of his mind in order to secure Veil of Nath.
Stopwatch.
More items for Clawz. Did he just get wind of him there? I don't know. Okay, those doors. Just it's a whole puzzle in itself. Reading those sound cues from the doors. Right next to him, but Raisy's keeping quiet. Head's going to be up. It looks like Raisy just used that to get LG. Right in front. Oh my god, he lands some really good damage. Oh, the rail though! He had to be clutched just then. Clawz knew there was a repick coming of some sort. And now we've got a drop from Raisy. He might have had enough of this one. He tries to get out, escape towards the rail room. He's going to get a light armor. But what can he say in return? He's only got the lightning gun to deal with Clawz. And his ammunition is probably going to be running pretty low now. Oh, the rail missed at the end for Clawz. We have got the heavy armor up. Raisy jumps across for it, and he jumps across all the way over the other end. He might get himself into position now to get onto the mega health. Shotgun. Totem gets destroyed. Oh, he needs to hit one more blast. He misses it. And that is going to be, again, the passive healing Clawz up. Totem helps out Raisy again, but there's the direct rocket. Raisy, he walks onto the acid, takes another 10 damage, puts himself on 10 points of health. And somehow, both of the players survive all of that. Oh, LG damage from Raisy's not bad. The rocket's good. There's the lightning gun. And finally, Raisy perishes. And we get ourselves another map. Clawz survives Veil by seemingly the skin of his teeth in some instances, but it was a master plan. Masterminded it. I don't even know how. It's like he knew exactly how much damage he could take in certain instances, and it's like, and I can still make this work, and I can still come out on top. We get ourselves another map, guys. No 3-0 swoops over here. So what the hell does that mean we're going to? We should find out in a Ooh, well, we're finding out everything now. We go to Awoken. Potential tiebreaker is Molten. Sick, I'm so glad we're going to Awoken, actually. I'm hyped for that. This is the grand final, guys. The winner goes home with all the marbles. Let me actually find out how many marbles that is exactly. It's $5,000 worth of marbles, guys. It's not a bad chunk of change.
Prepare for draft.
$2,500 worth of marbles for second place. Alright, so we got BJ's off the beginning. Keel, of course, going to be used by Raisy. This is the trusty lineup for Clawz. No visor for Raisy, but he's not a player who relies on visor anymore. Okay. I'm curious. Color me puzzled, because I don't know how this is going to go anymore. Clawz seems to have stepped up hard since map 2. We'll have to figure this one out, guys.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, map 4 underway. Raisy's still on match point. We are with Clawz off the beginning. Gets Rail into heavy armor. Looking for any sound cues from the LG room. I think he hears something. Watching out for the teleporter to potentially be used. And fear has now been forgotten as he gets all of the important weapons. He's going to find him through the teleporter this time. They try to pick each other off with rails. There's the dual wield from Raisy. He does try to move in. Now we've got the dual counter. Oh, 30 health to go. Some of these fights are immensely tight. And here comes Keel. Rail missed. Keel is spring-loading himself towards Rail, I think. As he's got millions of health. Oh, Clawz turns around and then he eats a... I don't know, was that a rail shot? It must have been. Here comes Heavy. Good rail. There's the rocket jump with the Heavy taken. He's going to get mega health too. Oh my god, if he hit that rail. That would have been ludicrous. Really, really nice rails at the moment from Clawz. He's lining up some sick angles. And is kind of keeping Raisy's health and armor under control. They both know where each other are now. Raisy prepared for a fight, but has the low ground. Difficult to fight from where he is. And here comes the Heavy. One rail out. Still looking for rocket damage. Who can get himself over to Mega first? Rocket jump up. Oh, Clawz. Sorry, Raisy actually goes through the teleporter. Sorry, the teleporter? You know what I'm saying. He rushes through to get to Mega, and he eats it. That was very optimistic from Raisy. And I think this is going to be Clawz round in a second. Looks to close it out. Looking for a twist and turn back into Rocket Room, but not to be the case. Up, but he's pushing right past it because he knows he doesn't need it at all. He just needs that LG to land a little bit.
Prepare to fight. Round begins.
All right. Clawz is up a round. Could we get ourselves a tiebreaker here?
Fight.
LG. Well, there's enough ammo. I think he wants more. He's like, yeah, 450. But he doesn't go to rail because there's an ammo crate on the way there. We felt maybe that's an obvious route to take, so let's make ourselves a little harder to read. Ooh, spicy amount of damage off that tele-exit from Raisy. Like a couple of frames that he was even there for. Dual wheel just to push Clawz back, and it's a fantastic rail. Looking for another through the small gap. Raisy secures himself a heavy armor. He gives him loads of items. The one silver lining for Clawz is he's got that dual wield. Oh my god, the spam shot up just gets that perfect amount of intel. And Raisy's actually been collecting a whole load of the hourglasses, so his dual wield is back in a moment. Does Raisy realize that? Mega's going to be up. Raisy's going to chase that one down, I think. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose out on both the big items. I don't know if Clawz realizes that Mega was only just taken because it had been up for 5 or so seconds. This could be an interesting amount of information that Raisy's just blocked from Clawz. There's the dual wield. Raisy shutting him down, getting the first kill.
This is going to be a
He's still got a decent amount of health and armor. He's going to position himself now for the Mega. Now he can go and attack Heavy. He's going to come right in the nick of time, I think, to do damage on the exit. This is so good. Oh. One rail. Does that send him out? No, it didn't. Just the Hourglass has been hunted down by Raisy. It's taken everything. It's a very different route to play on, based on when those Hourglasses were changed. He's going to push forward now. Dual Wheel's back. He's been taking all of the Hourglasses. He actually hits the totem! He's just moved into that range, but look at the spawn that Raisy's got. He's now going to push over towards the heavy. Oh, but he's a little slow. If he went down just by nail gun, he would have punished him. Oh, I think that could have been a round win if Raisy got there in time. Good rail. That ricochet of the grenade is also something to fear and respect. And again, through the teleporter. I think he might want to push into this. He knows he's going to be low. Oh, no, not with that heavy, though. Oh, he hits the rail, but he's still... Oh, the 81 collective health and armor. That's going to be Clawz with one more. There's the Mega. We're now tied up champion-wise. Raisy with just a small, like, routing decision alteration of decision. He could possibly have taken that round already. Now the piercing sight opens up the path. The path to heavy. I think Raisy also felt that Clawz was railable in that previous fight. That's why that all went nuts for him. He just wants that Mega. He wants to survive for a second. I think he grabs a 25 health ball. Now he's going to come back. Ooh, okay. He's going to chase this one down. Raisy still makes it happen. He still gets the round down and ties us up 1-1.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Now for round 3, Clawz uses... Oh, that little rocket. And it's going to be dual wheeled right back at you. About 54 damage rocket there. That's enough to stunt any further move from Raisy. He's got lightning gun. Thing is, Raisy, in my opinion, is playing the Hourglasses better in general, but there's still 2 more down on the floor.
Stopwatch.
Will Clawz go for that? Clawz went for those 2 Hourglasses. I think he could probably have been aggressive. But now Raisy wants to be careful because he smells the pressure. He just gets out in time. Raisy's still got a decent amount of armor. However, Clawz has got good health. Both have dual wield.
Stopwatch.
Clawz is just playing this very steady at the moment. Oh, he gets caught out a little bit. The first damage was from Raisy, I think, but Clawz had that extra, like, 70 health. Look at that. He finds all the ammunition he needs right through the teleporter exit. Raisy bringing us a step closer to a tiebreaker map. Oh my god! Where the hell did that come from? Clawz just has no idea what hit him then. LG again. Did we get a rocket jump up? I think we might have. Oh, these rockets are nasty. There's another drop, and Crazy just goes for the full combo. He makes it land as well. Only visor to go for Clawz. With visors getting onto the rail, it can still do a lot of damage. Not bad amount of splash. Is going to go back through the teleporter. Rocket jump over to rail would be really sick, actually. I'd love to see that. This is some good damage now from Clawz. He's only hit 1. There's 2 rails. There's the heavy. That was super close. If Clawz hit 1 more rail, I think Raisy was in a massive amount of trouble. Even a lot of love given to that light armor, which is in an awkward spot. He's actually going up regardless. He hits a good combo. Does he hit that last grenade? I don't think so. That movement mistake could potentially have cost him, because he would have had his route down to the T to get to that mega health. Now Clawz with a chance to put himself on map point. Ooh, that hurt. There's a light armor. He had the bounce pad go. I think Raisy just got enough information there to tell him what's good for him. Trying to bait out any possible attack, knowing that Heavy's not for a couple of seconds. Raisy's there. Puts the totem right beside it. The Heavy did get taken, however, by Clawz. Raisy backs away. 1 rocket, 2 rocket. Oh, he can't get himself another. Clawz. Finally, he can close that one. Alright, we can maybe go to a tiebreaker map, guys. Are we going to get this full best of 5 in the grand final for... God, has that ever happened before? I don't know. In any LAN grand final. Raisy's going to want to shut this one down. Oh, right, together! Oh my god, that could have been a telefrag. Dual wield gets used by Raisy. He reacts to it. Clawz just trots away. And Raisy's just legging it. Trying not to even make himself visible at the moment. But through the teleporter, he finds him, but just cocks his movement a little bit. Clawz onto Heavy. Mega going to be taken by Raisy. Raisy, did he take enough damage to care too much? He will push to the light, so he's chilling out a little bit. Oh, nice little hop from Raisy, but the rail from Clawz is astonishingly good. Now come the items. Clawz has ended up going for Mega first. I think he might have realized that. And Raisy, though, is assuming that Heavy would have already been taken. Oh, he doesn't get out without taking a rail. Oh, through that teleport. Could be enough. Does he push him out? Oh, he pushes him out the map. Raisy out of bounds. There's just Galena left for him. And there's the dual wield. He just locks him out. That is going to be tied up maps over here with 2 for 2. The grand final will be concluded over on Molten Falls. This is more like it, guys. This is what I want from a LAN final. I will definitely be reviewing the French VODs of this because I want to hear the hype. Like Genius and Zulua, super hype, guys. The crowd is usually super hype as well. And with like games like this, it's gotta be, right? I'll definitely be tuning into the finding the VODs, should I say. Every prediction I made is wrong, so I predicted Raisy to win 3-2. You gotta remember. My prediction can still stand. It's not Blood Covenant, is it? Or is it Molten? If it's Blood Covenant, that's super sick for us. And no one's resisting. I was told Molten, but we will see. Hamden.
Prepare for draft.
I think they're saying something now. Let's have a look. Because according to this, Raisy removed Blood Covenant. So we might get a restart. I'm not going to take anything seriously until we find out. We just have lobby stuff going on right now. 1.9k people in chat. Everyone, hello. Welcome, hello, however long you've been here. We are in the grand final of ESWC 2018 Quake Champions Dual LAN Invitational with $5,000 going to the winner of the next map. Raisy and Clawz, both just insane players, both of young age, who are in a sort of new generation of Quake legends, Quake pros. This will be an interesting one for the history books, actually. Definitely interesting. Especially with, like, the PGL game that they had together, which went down to the last champion. Clawz is asking for back to lobby, so we're going back to lobby. All right, then. Okay. Whew. So who's going to take it, guys? Who is going to take it? Is Clawz or Raisy? Down at the bottom. I've got to go with my prediction. I said Raisy 3-2. I'll stick with it. You know? The LAN is being streamed on It's on the main ESWC channel right now, which is twitch.tv/ESWC. I think it's also on twitch.tv/ESWC_Quake. Thanks for all the follows and everything, by the way, guys. Much appreciated. Thanks for everyone being here. We'll hopefully get back into this. Please. Please. Whew. Right on. Okay. We got it, guys. Clawz, of course. Oh. Comments here. I said did I say Raisy 3-1? I thought I said Raisy 3-2. I'm sure I said Raisy 3-2. Or did I say Raisy 3-1? If I said Raisy 3-1, then fair enough. The evidence, I'm sure, is on stream, so somewhere. I said Raisy 3-2. You said 3-2. Okay, alright, alright. 3-2, asshole. Fantastic. You said Clawz 3. Hey, alright. I know. I almost know what I said. Vaguely.
Round begins in.
Alright, guys. We're doing it. The grand finals continues here. This is the map that decides it. We are on Clawz to begin with. He's gone for BJ. Let's have a look at the champions that have been picked. We're going Visor both ways. We're going BJ both ways. Hey. We're going Galena for Clawz and Keel for Raisy. That is his wildcard pick. And as we saw earlier in the tournament, Molten can be one of the sort of slower maps at times, given its size, given its kind of like the shut-off between the heavy and the mega health. It's a bit easier to get to that mega from heavy, but harder the other way around. Ooh, that's a pretty nasty rocket. It's in the air. Rocket's still going to land. Is he going to push him out? And he doesn't need to. The rail is going to land. Raisy first bloods on the tiebreaker. One really good shot. Happy that he didn't take the health bubbles. He can grab them now. If he can rush by LG and go over towards the mega. Oh, he's going to find him now anyway. He needs to keep him at bay. He just dodges past that totem. And he's going to hang around. He's not going to go for the mega health. He's going to reap the benefits here from heavy. Mega didn't get taken. Okay, this round to me, there's not a single way it can go to Clawz. It's like a 1% chance right now. That is a single way. But, shut up, alright? I know what I'm saying here. Raisy's going under the assumption that Clawz popped that piercing sight right at the beginning of his spawn. So now if he attacks on heavy, Mega at the right time, he's going to find him. Dual wield, pushing him up. He's going to get it himself, almost securing the frag. I think he's going for it. Going with the LG regardless. Oh, the rocket's enough. He makes that quick switch right at the end, and the mutual frag will work in his benefit. 1-0 for Raisy. He's 2 rounds away from being crowned the ESWC champion.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Fight.
Raisy gets the heavy spawn, so we'll unlock LG. Should unlock rail. Should give him a concussion. He's just blocking out. Oh, this is nice. Or if he switched away, I'd love him to just hang around there. If Clawz tries it like a 3rd time, but he doesn't. This is super nice from Raisy. But that rocket is super nicer from Clawz. But he still has that kind of LG advantage. She doesn't seem to care about it at the moment. He cares about his stack. It's a good rail. He might try and do distance damage. But Clawz isn't committing. He's not committing. He doesn't want to put himself in harm's way. He goes back to collect the heavy because he never took it the first time round. What's up, TCR? Sorry, I shut off the messages at the top just so we can get this. Everything will go back on. We need to see who's going to take this important game. Things have quieted down. Raisy's got information that he was desperate for, that he was lacking previously, and that was the heavy timing. That was important that he made that play. Rail for a rail. Doesn't really benefit anybody at the moment, but with Raisy able to stack up on a bit more armor, is he going to go for heavy? Taking away the light's nice. And he might just listen out. Don't know if he heard that heavy. I don't think he did.
Stopwatch.
But the fact that he reacted right after it was taken leads me to think that maybe. Oh, he's right above. The closer it gets to someone lifting that trophy, I think the more tense the game's become. It's just walking. He said cheering for potato. Alright, thanks, Casper. Has perfect information again. Tried to get some damage and misses, and he's not going to overextend to that opportunity. Gets the rail. He sees dual wield you, so this is money to Raisy. Big, big money. Cash money. Cash dollar money. Oh, the rail was gorgeous from Raisy. The thing is, now it's time to make something happen from that. This is where you earn your paycheck. He's actually going to go up. He goes over his dual wield. He's going to get the heavy. But the thing is, Mega's already going to go the way of Clawz. He's going to drop down, maybe cut him off over the other side, but spots the drop elsewhere. Flick rail. Neither garner anything extra from that. I really feel like Clawz might have come out on top. Raisy doing so well before. This is good. Good rails, good damage, good pressure. There is a drop. Oh no, the timing of that was horrendous. Oh my god, if he stayed there for half a second longer, he would have got damage and he would have known exactly how that could have panned out. But that is catastrophic for Raisy. Oh dear lord. Oh, he walks into a whole heap of damage there. If there was a rail available. Oh, there is, and it's available to Clawz. He gets himself another kill, and there's a minute left in the round now for Raisy to conjure something with Visor. LG pushes him back up to higher ground. He's got two 25s. But he needs a whole lot more. He drops down. Shotgun blast. Dual wield and zap. That is going to be one more round. Going this time to Clawz.
Prepare to fight.
I have 3 potential rounds left, guys.
Round begins in 3.
We're so close to the 2K barrier, by the way, guys. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets.
Fight.
About 50 people away. Maybe if this map goes the whole distance. Oh, Raisy could be kicking himself later for that little move. I mean, he did everything right just until he just backed away half a second early or half a second late. You know, there was just that perfect window there that totally favored Clawz.
Stopwatch.
Hopefully that team feed's surviving right now for you guys. Items will return again in a moment. Oh, Raisy, that was gorgeous. Really nice rail. They're going to find each other down over here, in fact. Rockets are going to be used. Oh my god! He lands that rail at the end. He was so weak. Come on, Sound. Come on, Sound. We'll keep it going regardless, guys. I don't want to restart anything right now. We'll just roll with it, okay? Backs off. He gets that information on the heavy kind of position that Clawz has. The thing is, he can't get Mega. This Mega's not up for ages. Oh, he just gets out of the way of the rail in time. LG, and because Raisy sees Clawz attacking the Mega Health at that time, he knows that's going to be roughly the Mega Timing himself. And Raisy's just backing up. Thing is, with this one frag advantage to play it to the end, you know what this is reminding me of? It's reminding me of Clawz versus Cooler, where Cooler got a frag in the last round. They went to the tiebreaker map. It went to the tie-breaking round. He tried to play it slow early. I fear for Raisy right now, because every time that piercing sight cycles around and Clawz gets to use it, is another huge, like, just moment of time that presents huge danger to Raisy. Heavy's going to be up in a second, and Raisy, the only thing that's favoring Raisy right now is the fact that he has got that dual wield. He has got all the weapons he needs. Ooh. Clawz did something. He made a play. That didn't favor him then. Good rail. And right now it's got to a point where Raisy just needs to land a rail, like averaging every 20 seconds or so, and he can get himself to the end of the time limit. So the fact that Clawz has dropped that heavy armor is actually is really significant. It's not pretty significant. He goes with the dual wield now. He's going to push forward, and that with 10 health to go, he gets himself a heavy. He's got a couple of 25s. With that singular one, is enough to justify the drop. And now it's a question of survival. And there's been a drop over there. Raisy just gets rid of the totem. And Clawz is just hoping for something to happen, but I'm not sure it's going to be able to. Delayed use of the rocket. He wants to go up over here. Oh, the rail could have been really bad. He just drops directly down. He sees that the Mega's up, and Raisy, he's engineered this round to perfection now. I was worried for a couple of minutes. But the last 60 seconds of play have been awesome from him. He just waits for that mistake. He waits for that opportunity, and he pounces on it. And when you're competing for titles, you do everything you can for it. This 2-1 to Raisy here in the final map. He's on match point. I'm going to quickly do something, guys. See if we can resync that.
3, 2, 1, fight.
I don't know if... Got a little bit of a delay. I don't want to touch it, guys. I don't want to touch it. It would just be bad. He goes in on this. There's a light armor to be had. He pushed in right before the heavy was... Oh, heavy hasn't been taken at all. Never mind that. We're 10 away from 2,000, guys. Hello, everyone on the stream. Now moving in with the LG again. He's got a stack advantage. He's got no rail. He's got no rockets, but he's got tons of other resources. Health, armor. And now he wants to cover position here over heavy. Drops down. I think he's going to spot him in a second. Oh. Clawz might give him this. 1 away from 2,000. Here comes the dual wield, though, from Raisy. He pushes in. The rail's not going to stop him. There's only a couple of points of health left, and the shotgun blast is enough. Raisy, is he on his way to a title? There's Mega. 10 seconds now until... Oh, he's just walked right into him. The rocket's good. He's going to surely be able to walk past it. But that totem just presented enough of a nuisance that he couldn't go there. And Clawz earns himself a heavy. Oh, the rocket! He could get knocked out of the map. He's up in the air. Oh, and he's taken down. 11 health to go for Raisy. But this is bad now. He goes up versus... Oh, and there it is. There's the shotgun blast. Clawz wants... No bother right now. He needs to get into this round. There's a bit of LG damage. Rail angle's not quite there. This is where it heats up for these young guys who are on stage. Dude, those pictures, the amount of people who are there, who are watching live, these super hyped commentators as well. This is ultimate pressure now for these young pros. Clawz looking to make a supreme comeback right now. Oh my god, he's not... Oh my god, how does he do that? Raisy misses the last shot. Clawz was on about 21 health. And he's brought it back within arm's reach to a tiebreaker round. He sees him. It's a good rocket. Raisy moves under the LG, but he dies. We're getting a tiebreaker round now. Oh, it's going the distance over here. It's going the distance.
Round begins in 3.
1 round, 3 champions each.
Fight.
Here for the ESWC 2018 title. Is it Clawz or is it Raisy? Clawz, heavy side. Raisy, Mega. Looking for a little bit of LG. Chip damage. Raisy. One thing he was trying to avoid there was the rail, and he doesn't avoid it. Pressure, pressure, pressure for Raisy, with that early disadvantage leading to the second rotation of items. But he's found him right below. Rockets, the switch. 50 health to go for Clawz. He gets first blood in the most meaningful round of the tournament. But there's going to be heavy. Taken by Raisy. Dual wield is out of the cards for now. Raisy's picking up some weapons though. I don't know if he got the railgun. We'll just find out. If those green beams come flying from his character, then we know the answer to that. Clawz is on high alert. He's never won a title outside of QuakeCon. He's only ever won a QuakeCon. Can he finally add another tournament to his list? He's so stacked. There's the dual wield. Oh, but here come the projectiles from Raisy. Has he got enough to withstand the pressure? He dodges out on the rocket. Both of them are so weak. I do not know how Raisy survived all of that. He gets around the corner. There's going to be a light armor. Oh, the rail hits! What a clutch shot from Clawz. Now there is only Visor to go. He comes in with the LG. He's trying to push him away, but there's a rail. Heavy's picked up, but he's solo. Missed shot from Clawz. LG pushes him down to 35 health. Raisy is still alive in the tournament. It's still not over, guys. It's still not over. Raisy finds another 2 25s. And now 3 minutes of partake for Raisy. Is he going to be able to break back into this? Did Clawz hit that rail? I think he did. Oh, no, this is horrific for Raisy because he needs to somehow get himself over. Oh, God. He drops down. He's going up via rail. That was possibly one of his only escapes. Rail shot going to miss. Clawz is thinking, can he end it over there? But he doesn't want to risk it. He needs a 100% situation. If you lose this life, you are in trouble. There's piercing sight. There's one rail. There's so many small things that Raisy can ask for now. Heavy.
Stopwatch.
Raisy needs to somehow delay Clawz from the Mega Health, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Right now, he just needs to manage his Hourglass route as well as he can and keep that piercing sight going. because he needs as much information as possible, and he needs to get a brilliant entry to a fight. Rail, unreturned. Looking for more. Dual wheel comes out, and this is it. This is the window, the passage of time that Raisy needed. He needed to get rid of that dual wheel. Now, there's a very real possibility that Raisy can come back. Mega's going to be up in a couple of seconds, but Raisy's backed off. Did he need some extra weapons? Did he need something else? He might meet him elsewhere, but these seconds as they tick by, seconds closer to Clawz having the title. And all those seconds have passed enough to get him back his dual wheel, so Raisy doesn't make use of that, and we're about to approach the 60-second mark. There's LG, there's the dual wheel. He gets pushed back a little bit with the rocket. Again, Clawz feel like he can't commit. He has to push him away with the rocket, and the mid-air is going to finish the tournament. Clawz is your 2018 ESWC champion, and he is going to take the title.
Quelle victoire!
Here we go.
De Clawz! Ah, vous pouvez l'applaudir très très fort, c'est absolument incroyable. Nice Clawz, nice victory. What can you say about this game? It was so close.
Excuse me?
It was really close. What can you say about this game?
Yeah, it was great, man. I have nothing to say, actually. Oh.
Vous pouvez l'applaudir très très fort, il ne sait pas quoi dire. Il est tellement content de remporter ici ce trophée, c'est absolument incroyable. Bravo à lui, regardez, il va prendre directement la coupe. Vous pouvez l'applaudir très très fort et je vais demander pour le coup, eh bien à Louis de bien vouloir nous rejoindre, Louis de Bethesda, qui va pouvoir remettre.
Well deserved, man. That's so sick. What a comeback. It looked like Raisy was going to strip it from him, but round 4, that comeback happens. That's the community manager for Bethesda France there. Goes under the alias Ecstatic. EX. That is. It's got to be buzzing for Clawz. And these are the other guys involved in everything. There's Zulwa, there's Raisy, there's Supreme. I don't know if Genius is coming out as well. Obviously Clawz there. They're buzzing about the final. They're buzzing how good that series was. We've made over 2,000, guys. Congrats to all of us. Cheers all for tuning in. There's Raisy. I think that was the community manager really just complimenting the quality of that final to the player. Obviously, Raisy's going to be gutted. He was so close. Every time these guys have an elimination match series, it's just wild. It is absolutely wild. They're looking for Garpy. This is the old champion. He won 2017. Can you take the cup and give it to... And here it is, the old champion presents it to the new. Clawz. He's your ESWC champion, guys. He takes it down. And would you look at that from day 1 tragedy to day 2 champion. What a recovery. Top 10 anime comebacks. Oh, whatever. Sorry, you know what I mean. You know better than I do.
Just here, yeah. We will take a picture with the audience. Come here, just come here.
We want a picture of everyone. There's loads of people there. Trying to get them all to stand up, actually. Oh, this is sick. Sick. I like picture moments. That's what we wanted though, guys. We wanted a final like that, right? Clawz and Raisy, they deliver at the absolute maximum. I'm going to let this simmer down, guys. And it looks like, yeah, I think they're going over to the next thing in a second. Guys, there's the winner. Clawz, champion. Raisy, runner-up. Garpy, Cooler, 3rd and 4th. Either way around, it doesn't matter. We're going to be seeing these guys compete in Italy next week, of course, where they can juke it out again. But Clawz, oh my god, how does he clinch it? Yo, Sinclair, absolute pleasure. Thanks to the ESWC guys and everyone who made it possible for us to get this restream. The Bethesda guys too. Really appreciate that. So glad to have been able to commentate this. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. I thank all of you for tuning into the stream. And again, my wholehearted congratulations to the players and the people involved, to Myztro.